This is Dr. Gail Hayes coming to you from the Handle Your Business Girl Empowerment Zone, where we help you to handle your business where you do business. Tonight, I'm going to be talking to you about a subject that's near and dear to my heart. Well, there's a lot of subjects that are near and dear to my heart, but this is one that when I'm teaching leadership, that a lot of people have an issue. They have a problem or challenges with this particular aspect of leadership. And what I'm going to be talking about tonight is the honor of following. The honor of following. Understanding and embracing the honor of following, because it is an honor to follow. If you are to be a wise leader, then you must also learn to follow. That's not an easy lesson for most people, but following is also a part of leading. Let me tell you, I had to learn how to follow. And it was easy for me initially, but one of the challenges that kept me from following others was that, number one, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know that I was a leader. And so when I would follow people, they would sometimes get irritated because I would ask questions. I wanted to know, first of all, I wanted to know where they were going, so I know if it was a trip that I really wanted to take. But there really is an art to following. So, and it's an art, and it's an honor to follow. So let's talk a little bit about understanding that wonderful art and embracing it, okay? So come and take a journey with me. So what's so great about following? Well, first of all, what does the word following mean, or the word follow means? It means, guess what it means? I looked it up, and guess what it means? Being next in order or in time. Now get that? Being next. The optimal word right there is next. Being next in order or in time. The synonyms for following. Y'all have heard them before. Entourage, your posse, retinue, sweet, tail, or train. So when I think about following, just think about when you're talking about a celebrity. Most celebrities have an entourage. They have people that follow them from point A to point B. As a matter of fact, when a celebrity is taking a trip, part of their entourage goes before them. People, they announce the coming of the celebrity. It's kind of like announcing the coming of the king or the queen. They send their entourage in front of them to prepare the way. So see, there's an honor. So people know who's coming by the identity of the entourage. People always know. They go and prepare the way. Even when the President of the United States travels, he has an entourage. He has a Secret Service and other people on his staff that go before him to prepare the way, to make sure that there's security in place, to make sure that everything that is necessary for that meeting or for that event to happen is in place before the person arrives. That's just the way it is. When you are a person who's on time, you are a leader, you've got things to do, your entourage makes sure that all of your things are in place. So what's so great about following? It's being next in order and in time. That means people know that if they see you, they're going to see the leader, the person that you're following. In other words, you're the next in command. That's what's so great about following. Following is truly an honor, especially when you are with the right person for the right purpose, doing the right thing at the right time. That means next. You're next. In other words, most of the time when people want to get to a leader, they have to go through their entourage or that person in command. For many people, it's called the chief of staff. The person who is the head of the staff that supports that leader. They go to that chief of staff if they want to have access to that leader. In other words, following is truly an honor. And let's see, when I think of following also, I think of several things. One of the things that comes to mind for me is a bridge. When you build a bridge of support from one point to the other, from the public to that person, that is a follower. That person builds that support. In other words, they form that bridge, and it's like a building, or shall I say it a better way, a support system. When you are a follower and you are a dedicated follower of someone and you work with someone, you are part of the support system for that person. In other words, it's like a building. Without the foundation, the building will fall. As a follower, you have been called to build or be a part of the foundation that holds that leadership palette in place. That's how critical followers are. That's how critical staff entourage, posse, whatever you want to call it are. That's how critical they are. It's, in other words, guess what? Followers define and support the leader. Let me repeat that. Followers define and support the leader. When you are a follower, you define that person. Think about it. When you think about a celebrity, you also think about the people that work with that celebrity. You interact with them, you interface with them. They actually form the image, help to form the image of that celebrity or of that leader. Followers define and support the leader. So let's say this. When you follow, you help to determine the tone and the direction of a group. That is a truth. When you follow, you help to define and determine the tone and the direction of a group. In other words, just your personality, just your presence changes the atmosphere, changes the way the group moves. No matter who's leading, you can help to set the tone and direction of that group because you influence that leader because you are a follower. That's an important fact. When you are a group and you support a leader, you help to define the tone and the direction of the group. And here's a biggie for me. Without the followers, the leaders lead nothing or no one. You are part of a fabulous support group. You're just that powerful. Your presence changes the atmosphere and helps to set the tone and set the agenda of where that leader needs to go and what that leader needs to do. In other words, let me repeat it again. Without followers, the leader leads nothing or no one. It's just that simple. So, what's so good about following? Well, let's rehash it again. You form a support system. You prepare the way. In other words, you're kind of like a trumpet. When there's a king coming, you announce the coming of the king. You set the tone, and you are a part of the system. You're a part of the system that makes that leadership mission happen. Without you, there is no mission. Without you, there is no direction. Without you, there is no tone. You're a fabulous part of a group because you are a follower. It is an art to be able to follow. And sometimes leaders are not easy to work with. However, if you are a follower, you remember you help to set the tone and the direction because you have the ear of the leader. So don't ever minimize your position. As a follower, you have strength. You have power. You have what we call influence. And that is not something to mess around with. That is what we call power. So what's leadership or following? What's following got to do with everything? Anything? The word is everything. Without followers, there can be no leaders. Let me tell you what, when you follow, you create a synergy. You have a new way of seeing and doing because you are able to see things. The leader has to stay out front. You can see all around. You have a power of the peripheral vision. You see everything in all directions because you can afford to look to the left, to the right, and behind. The leader has to stay pointed out front because they're usually the visionary. You have the ability and privilege to observe. In other words, you see everything. And you see little tidbits and details the leader cannot see because you are there to pull up the rear, to make sure the system works, to make sure the system flows because it is power to be able to follow. You experience new things or everything from a different perspective. In other words, you hear things a leader doesn't hear. You see things, like I said, because you're able to observe, you create a synergy and you help to create the system that supports that leader. You are powerful. You are influential because you are a follower. And it tells you how to support it. And you know how it feels to support someone because you remember you're next in time or in position. You're next because you are a follower, which means that you know how it feels to support. So you know how it feels when someone has to support you because you have supported that leader. And also, one of the things I want you to remember is there's a stretching that happens. You stretch. When you have to follow, you have to learn how to accommodate the likes and the dislikes of that leader. And it is not always easy. So at the center of everything that you do, there has got to be a love of the mission, or sometimes even a love of the leadership, the love of the leader, that you're able to cover their faults, cover their weak points, cover them in every area to make sure that they can stand on that support because you are a follower. There is nothing like it. There is an honor to be able to follow. So, like I say, I ask again, what's so powerful about following? Everything. Because you help to set the tone of the leadership and of the mission. Everything. So I'm going to be a part of a fabulous tour that's coming called the Alignment Tour. We're going to be going from city to city, and we want to come to a city near you. And I am excited to be a part of the alignment team of speakers. I want to invite you to join us, and you can find out more information about us coming to a city near you. It is alignmenttour.com. alignmenttour.com. We're going to be starting in the spring of 2018, and you've got to be there. We're going to be talking about alignment, aligning yourself for your purpose, aligning yourself so you can fulfill your destiny, aligning yourself so that you know how it is to lead and how it is to follow and how it is to influence. Because you know what, as a woman, especially as a woman, you can either influence or infect your atmosphere. We invite you to join us. Now, this is not just a conference just for women. We invite men to come too, because men can either influence or infect their atmosphere as well. We're going to be talking about purpose, destiny, identity, leadership. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship. We want you there with us to make sure to help you get yourself aligned for success at the Alignment Tour. We're going to be coming to a city near you, and we're excited, and we launch in March of 2018. Again, go to alignmenttour.com, alignmenttour.com, and find out more information about being a part of the Alignment Tour. Oh my God, I am so excited and so honored to be a part of this. I hope you got something out of this about the honor of following, because it really is an honor to follow a leader. It's really an honor when you learn so many different things, how different people lead. That's a part of destiny. So remember, there is nothing like following. It is an honor. And join us for the Alignment Tour. This is Dr. Gail Hayes coming to you from the Handle Your Business Girl Empowerment Zone, where we help you to handle your business where you do business.